will be no mercy. If all of Olympus will deny me my vengeance.
Good day to all, especially God of War fans. The legendary game is set to be released as a live-action series on Amazon Prime Video soon. It was first released in 2005 and saw an amazing reception with its clever plotline that merges Greek and Norse mythology. The franchise has reached new levels of fame and collected numerous awards, and it was only a matter of time before fans assumed it would be released as a live-action show. Sony formed PlayStation Productions in 2019 to make big-screen adaptations of its gaming properties and has seen great success with the HBO series The Last of Us. In May of 2022, Sony briefly confirmed the existence of the God of War series during its exclusive investor-only event. And then, Amazon confirmed the same in December 2022. Now, video game fans are all too familiar with live-action series that have failed to, impress. Considering the overall fame of God of War, it will be a tall task for Amazon to deliver good results. But considering they do produce quality content, fans are quite eager for more updates regarding the series. Producers of the show have emphasized that it will be faithful to the source material. Moreover, the game director is also involved with the show's production. Considering all this and the obvious high budget Amazon will pour into the series, we can assume the resultant live-action series will certainly be unique. While the nuggets that have been released are not a lot to go about, we do know some certain things. For instance, who will not be playing Kratos, the game's titular character? Here's everything we know so far about the God of War series, so let's dive right in. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Release date. When will Kratos return? The live-action series has been confirmed since 2022 and will be released on Amazon Prime Video. This was a much-needed relief for fans of the game who were consistently disappointed after so many failed attempts at adapting it. As such, the series has only been said to be in development. There's no release date yet from Amazon or Sony. Since production has been underway for a while, many fans are guessing the show will probably drop around late 2025. We're still waiting for official confirmation though. Storyline secrets. What new realms will we explore? The lore of God of War runs deep, and fans are expecting the series to be truthful to canon. Steven Weintraub from Collider had the opportunity to discuss this with Vernon Sanders, Amazon Studios' head of television, and in that conversation, it was revealed that the entire series would remain committed to the source material while being compelling enough on its own. If someone has never played the game, they would find the series incredibly fascinating, even enough to actually consider their hand at the game. For fans of the game, this was a relief, as mentioned. The official plot synopsis of the series says that it will follow Kratos, who is now exiled from Greece and leaves his weapons forever in the Norse realm of Midgard. However, when his wife dies, he sets off with his son to spread her ashes from the highest peak. This turns out to be an epic adventure in its own right, which will test the bonds between father and son, and Kratos will once again have to battle gods and fearsome monsters to keep the peace of the world. Therefore, it can clearly be seen that the plot of the show is catering to the fans of the game who had earlier expressed their apprehensions about the adaptation. For new fans, here is a quick rundown of the original plotline of the God of War franchise. Kratos was betrayed by the Greek gods, especially Ares, who had bestowed on him the Blades of Chaos, which were legendary weapons of destruction. Ares wanted to turn Kratos into the perfect, most useful killing machine, but Kratos turned on the gods for betraying him. Now, Kratos' journey would encompass going on a thrilling ride to take revenge for the death of his family by killing the gods, especially Ares. The rebooted version of the game that came out in 2018 retold the plot with a new set of gods. There was a shift to Norse mythology around popular culture in the world, and this was capitalized on. In this version, Kratos is transported to an alternate era where he has a son, and it is his duty to protect his child and the land and its secrets from the threat of the Norse gods. Vikings and their mythology are currently huge in the entertainment world, and since the God of War series will be focusing on this version, it can be assumed that the show will be nothing short of huge. However, fans are also confused about how the series will progress and end, since they are unsure whether the story will only follow the Norse plotline, whether it will go back to the original plotline involving the Greek gods, or, whether Kratos will be transported to yet another mythical realm. Many fans have suggested that the next plotline for the games and the show focus on Egyptian gods. However, it does seem weird that Kratos keeps jumping around in different timelines. So, the conclusion to each timeline needs to be specific and definite. For now, what we know for sure is that the show will focus on the Norse storyline, but will also have some background from the original Greek story. Meet the cast. Who's bringing the gods to life? For God of War to work, the casting needs to be absolutely impeccable. Of course, the most important would be the role of Kratos himself. In the game, he is a huge person who packs a lot of strength and is not a traditional conversationalist. He has a bushy beard that adds to his tough guy demeanor. Therefore, some names have come up in fan forums about the person who could potentially play Kratos. Dave Bautista is among the top fan choices for playing Kratos. The ex-WWF professional wrestler placed Drax the Destroyer in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Considering his age now, some fans are apprehensive about him playing the character, but it is certain that he has the build for it. The actor himself has mentioned how he was playing Drax on a contractual basis, as it is becoming more and more difficult for him to keep up with the physique required to play the character. For now, we're not sure if he has been offered to play Kratos yet, but it will be interesting to see how he responds to it, right? Another actor fans have been rooting for is none other than Jason Momoa. I mean, come on. We can actually envision him throwing around the Leviathan axe, and he certainly has the build to play Kratos. His role in the Game of Thrones as Khal Drogo certainly brought enough attention to him for him to be considered as a potential candidate to play Kratos in the God of War series. Finally, another name that has come up repeatedly in forums is that of The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. He's certainly a guy who is never shy to play such roles and work out to attain the required physique. The only issue is that his schedule seems to be quite packed, so it's not sure if he will be able to take on the role, especially considering that the show is a series. Another concern some fans have about him playing Kratos is whether he will be able to bring the character's depth to life. I mean, he's a fantastic actor, but somewhat more suited to comedy roles. However, the game's director has dispelled all rumors surrounding his casting as Kratos. One man who has clearly expressed an interest in playing the role is Christopher Judge, who also voices Kratos in the Norse storyline games. He obviously has a history with the franchise and knows the people associated with the game and the show, and therefore has a decent chance of actually landing the role, for sure. The rest of the cast is not known yet, since the entire production has been quite hushed up. It will also be interesting to see who ends up playing Atreus, Kratos' son. Behind the scenes, what's happening with the series? Rafe Judkins was the showrunner of God of War, and he had worked on Uncharted for Sony. His experience with the latter was sure to come in handy when adapting such a beloved franchise. Mark Fergus and Hawk Otsby were also involved in writing and production. The duo had worked previously on projects such as Iron Man, The Expanse, and many more. The executive producers include Santa Monica Studios' Yumi Yang and Jeff Ketchum, PlayStation Productions' Azad Kizilbash and Carter Swan, who is popular for having worked on The Last of Us, and Vertigo's Roy Lee. Corey Balrog will also be joining as an executive producer too, and this comes as good news to fans since his long-standing relationship with the franchise will be sure to make the series fan-friendly. However, just recently, it was announced, much to the surprise of everyone, that Amazon was completely overhauling the entire creative team for the God of War series. The latest news mentions that a new showrunner has been appointed, and this is none other than Ronald D. Moore, who has worked on notable shows like Outlander, Battlestar Galactica, and Star Trek The Next Generation. Moore is no stranger to fantasy, and therefore fans are very excited to have him on board. he was probably able to join the series because of his deal with Sony, which had resulted in amazing success for Outlander and For All Mankind. His involvement shows that Amazon is trying to deliver the best result they can with God of War, and will leave no stone unturned. Marvelous verdict. Fans of the franchise are eager to get to know about more developments from God of War, because unlike most adaptations, this one seems to be doing a good job with its production so far. With confirmation that the plotline of the show will be truthful to the original material of the reboot, fans expect nothing but perfection. With all the hullabaloo regarding production updates, the game has also seen a new rise in popularity, with more people engaging in fan forums and threads. There's certainly a lot riding on this series, and we can only hope that Amazon does justice to it. That will be all for today, folks. Keep your eyes on this channel for more updates regarding the God of War series. Until then, take care, and let us know in the comments who you think would be cast in the main roles. If you liked our video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Have a good one, and be safe. Thanks, everyone!